creating a world-class offer is an ego death, a spiritual journey, and whatever else you want to call it. I mean, it really is, guys. And it has been this way for me throughout the years. When I opened my gym, as far back to that, because there's still an offer there, right? It's what we're serving up. I wanted to create a CrossFit Games team. I wanted to go to regionals, guys. Oh man, go get that sub 230 Fran time and that 300 power clean, get a bunch of killers together. Here's the thing. I was opening a gym in the suburbs. Like the median income is like $100,000. You got families, people have mortgages, full-time jobs. There's not those like 20 something killers that you find in like metropolises that are single and got all kinds of time to train. Their main goal is to go be the athlete. And it was a hard pill to swallow back then. And I went from packing these workouts with all this performance stuff to making it lifestyle centered. And the people thrived more because these are people who already have a mortgage, a job, kids. They already have all these stressors, right? They're just coming in to burn off some steam and go on with their day. And also hopefully be around for their grandkids to play with. So I didn't learn the lesson fully then, though. Because, yeah, I understood that. I understood it was weight loss and all that. But then I went online. And 2018, 2019, I was writing individualized programs. It was good. It's just on the side for my gym. But then in 2020, when that massive event that we all lived through came through and upended our lives and shifted the trajectory of everything, I went online full time, like a lot of people, full time alongside my gym. And at the same time, I was getting into story work, into the Enlifted method. I had just met Mark England, and I was really diving into the magic of words and stories and the story we tell ourselves, abracadabra, with my word I create. Any of you who have seen much of my content, sooner or later, there's something of my back shirtless, and I got that big abracadabra tattoo, right? If I had an editor, if I send this one to my editor, maybe we'll put that in there at this point in the video. Now, here's the thing about that. People don't know they're telling themselves a shit story. Like, how many of us actually walk through life and say, oh, the story I'm telling myself needs to change? No, we get stuck in this if then, man. If crypto moons, then I'll be good. If I can get these clients, then I'll finally feel safe with my money situation. And a spoiler alert, when you feel safe with money, you'll actually go do the things to get the money. But there I am, breaking the fourth wall, telling you guys the things that you might not even think are the problem right now. And it was happening in my online fitness business, right? Because I was still serving up fitness and nutrition because I knew it was a whole picture thing. I also knew that the most important piece of it was the stories that these guys were telling themselves so that they could become the man who is truly proud of what he sees in the mirror. And that starts inside, right? But you know what happened in my business when I went hard on that message? The leads dried up. Crickets in my DMs. I mean, my content was engaged with, well, by the coaches who I was in the mindset certifications with. When we talk about the things that we just learned, we're going well over our client's head. And here's the thing about that, especially those of us with mindset coaching or who get the whole like moving past the ego thing. We'll tell our clients that it's not about that thing. It's not about the ego. But then we won't put our own fucking ego aside to say, this is what I'm going to sell because this is what they need. And I know what they actually need is the thing that'll move the lever to get them what they say they want. But I'm not going to sell what they say they want because I think that's gimmicky. I think that's salesy. I mean, if you still have the skills to affect the change of what they think they want, then why aren't you selling that? Why are you sitting in the resistance and saying, no. I want to sell this thing, the thing that I like, my interests. Guys, your business isn't your hobby farm, right? Your business is a business and it needs to match the hole that the market wants filled. So if that means that people want nutrition coaching, if they think nutrition is the problem and they're performance in the gym? Well, if you have the skills to help them with their nutrition, maybe you start talking about nutrition and how it helps, right? Or go out and find the market with the problems that you want to solve. Here's the thing, though. If that market isn't out there, if that market is too elevated and they see you as a peer more than a leader, you're going to spend time establishing your authority before you have the inflow of leads that you want. So you can sit in the resistance and say that you're right and say that you know you need to sell this thing. But if your market doesn't know that they need that, and you can help these people, well, you are doing them an absolute fucking disservice. And I'm talking to me in the past, like Chase. You are doing them an absolute disservice by selling words and stories and not selling fitness, not selling hormone optimization, not selling, six-pack abs. And I was. And then I shifted back. And I started talking about fitness and how alcohol gives you man boobs and all that stuff. Waking up with a hard dick. I'm on one today, guys. And you know what happened? I started getting a bunch of leads. And then you know what else happened? I still practiced the skills that I knew would get people the results. And they'd be on their first call with me. And this is what happens, guys. They go, oh my goodness, this is so much more than I thought it was going to be. That is how you become an effective and extremely powerful guide. Because if you look at Joseph Campbell's hero's journey, go Google it if you want. Joseph Campbell's hero's journey is the perfect display of this, because they meet the mentor, they meet the guide in the ordinary world. But we're trying to talk to them about the abyss. We're trying to sell the elixir that they come back with. We're trying to sell the tools that they'll need in the abyss, but they don't want to hear about that, guys. They just need us to help them get through the refusal of the call to adventure. That's it. Okay. And that's the ego death part of this thing. That's the spiritual journey. That's the, on one hand, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And you're not necessarily becoming an actual fucking villain, right? You're just changing the lens. And what you used to hold this egotistical, high horse view on, that no, I can't sell that. You come around to see that is actually of service to my clients. Because if that is where they are, I'm a more effective coach. I have a bigger impact by meeting them where they are. Or I could be an egotistical dickhead and tell them that they're wrong about what they want, and I need to sell them what they actually need. That's great, guys. I mean, good luck just turning up more bad noise on them, because that's all these people want in the beginning. They've been running from bad noise for so long that they're trying to turn up the good noise on things that they think are good, fitness, money, relationships, whatever it be. And they think if I go get that thing, I can make the good noise loud enough that it will drown out the bad noise. And then you just need to make the good noise louder and louder and louder, because it is never purely joy and bliss enjoying that stuff until the bad noise is gone. And most of y'all in my audience, you get this. But for some reason, a lot of us continue to resist it. Continue to tell our clients that no. It's not just about fitness. It's about this. It's not just about nutrition. It's about this. What if instead that identity that you can take them to because you have that skill set, you help get them to, and you advertise it as the gateway drug. Your offer is advertised as the gateway drug that they're looking for. If it's fitness is a gateway drug to personal development, right? A lot of things can be a gateway drug. So give them what they want. If only, and here's the only if you truly have the skills to affect that change. Don't do something unethical here and try and sell something and give them completely different. Still take them on the journey they think they want to go on. And oh, by the way, now you actually have people who are going to get in and be so super impressed that they stick around, that they refer people, because it's like, wow, this is so much more than I thought it would be. This is why creating an extremely effective offer is an ego death, a spiritual journey, because we hold on to that thing that we think is the offer, that we think is the thing. And we're like, oh man, it needs to be this. Because I know that this specific exercise methodology is the way. And I need to talk about all my high-end tools. I need to talk about functional patterns. I need to talk about intermittent fasting. I need to go in deep into the science. Not really. No, talk about the result that your clients think they want. Talk about the identity that they think they're going to get from that you know that your tools will help them get. But don't go before they even trust you, telling them they're wrong about what they think they want. I mean, that's ego right there. So creating a good offer is that ego death. And then reintegration of that ego in that you are allowed to make money in your business, and you are allowed to go out and put a marketing message out there that actually speaks to them where they are, so that you can enroll clients, so that you can have more impact, so that your ripple can exponentially increase in this world. I am more and more of the opinion that coaches who fight this ego death, fight this spiritual journey that is creating a good offer. I've been here before, and I'll admit it, is because I didn't think I deserved the money, guys. I didn't think I actually deserved to have clients. I didn't think I deserved to make the impact that I make. And if I'm being completely brutally honest, it has taken steps to unwind that. Because so many of us in the coaching world, we get into a little bit of personal development. We're like, oh man, I understand it all. But we had decades of shit to unwind. So we do a little bit of personal development. We're like, nope, I had this big, great breakthrough. Why don't I have the life I want? Why don't I have the business I want? Well, it's the same as a fitness journey, right? We don't get single-digit body fat percentage. We don't get a massive back squat or a fast mile or whatever your fitness goal is by just going and working out a few times, right? So what part of your personal development journey are you missing? Are you resisting? And is it just that you still haven't fully addressed the fact that you think you don't deserve to actually make good money for your life-changing skills? So you're fighting that ego death and you're fighting that spiritual journey, because so many of us would rather be right than have what we say we want. And that's a tough pill to swallow. So on that note, because I could go into a whole diatribe about your actions are indicative of what you want. So if you say you want something, if you say you want a business, but you take 3 days to get back to any conversation, you're not moving with speed of somebody who wants a business. If you say you want a specific outcome, but then you go, oh, can I get back to you tomorrow on that? You don't want that, guys. Something in you is saying, wait, I don't know this. I'm going to stay exactly where I am. And hey, I'm totally projecting on you guys right now by saying you. I know damn well I still express these patterns every time that I come up against a new level. It's part of the game. And the question is whether we choose to lean into that game and actually step into the next level, or if we're just going to stay where we are and keep proving ourselves right about the shit story in our head and then sit on our deathbed and regret that we never did the thing. If you're ready to actually do the thing, come on over to Instagram, shoot me a DM about what landed in this video. Let's make something happen.